This is KI0AR. Does anyone need to use the repeater systems before I begin this evening's Colorado Astronomy Net? Please go ahead now. Calling the Colorado Astronomy Net, calling the Colorado Astronomy Net. This is KI0AR. My name is Bernice, and I'll be your net control for this evening's Colorado Astronomy Net. Just a reminder, the 3-minute timeout function is still in effect, so during long transmissions, please allow the repeater systems to reset themselves. Also, please use the word break for emergency or priority traffic. If there is any emergency or priority traffic, please go ahead now. Okay, nothing heard. This is KI0AR net control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time at 0100 Zulu on Wednesdays to discuss topics of an astronomical nature, what's up in the night skies for the week, any other special events that may be of interest to the amateur radio astronomy enthusiasts around the world. Also, this is one of the few nets where your check-in does count. I tally up the numbers and send them off to JPL at the end of each month. It counts as part of their outreach to the general public, of which we are a part. So all check-ins are definitely appreciated. I take check-ins several ways. If you have NetLogger, I will get you checked in right away. Just by seeing you pop up in the AIM window, and I'll get you logged in. I am also broadcasting on YouTube this evening, so if you happen to have YouTube, I can get you checked in that way, especially if you have a call sign and are out there. YouTube does have some interesting names. But if you have a call sign, I definitely appreciate seeing the call sign over in the chat window over on YouTube. So, and I also do post images if I happen to have them up there over there as well. So there is a little bit of a lag between the radio and YouTube. So I'll try to see what happens there. I also take them via email if you're out there listening and can't check in any other way. My email, ki0ar@ki0ar.com. Just let me know you're out there listening tonight and I'll get you on the list. And I obviously will take check-ins over the air as well. And I'll do that in just a minute. I am, let's see, okay. I am looking at several people that are already checking in via YouTube. So thanks for that, as well as on NetLogger, which makes my logging much easier. So, all right, there we go. Right now, I'm going to let this thing reset and then acknowledge the people I have already checked in. This is KI0AR net control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. This is a directed net, so all traffic would be appreciated to go through net control here for the night. But right now, I'd like to thank, let's see, welcome John, W2JLS, thanks for checking in tonight. Ken, NV7SS, thanks for checking in tonight. Mike, KO5AOK over on YouTube, thanks for checking in tonight. Paul, WA7GVL, thanks for checking in tonight. And we got John over on YouTube, KJ7AGQ, thanks for checking in tonight. And Patrick, KR4MLJ, thanks for checking in tonight. Let's see, Patrick over on YouTube, that's a new call, so welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net over on YouTube. Thanks for that. If you are new to the Colorado Astronomy Net, I definitely want to talk to you when you check in, and I will call on you to find out a little bit more about your interests and background in astronomy. So, Patrick, if you could post over there on YouTube what your interests and background in astronomy is, I'll pass that along to the rest of the crew for sure there. Excuse me. Excuse me there. I do appreciate that. But always like to find out whether you're just starting out or you've been doing it for decades like I have, that's for sure. All right, also over on, we got KF8GGM, Matthew. Thanks for checking in tonight. Do appreciate that. Let's see, that is another new call, so welcome. Matthew over checking in via NetLogger. And we also have Jason, KF8GLT, checking in over on YouTube, so thanks for that. So this is for Patrick and Jason over on YouTube. If you would kindly post what your interests, background in astronomy, whether you're just starting out or you've been doing it for decades or somewhere in between. I always like to find out what kind of experience we have. This is a learning net. So So I will definitely pass that information along. And we will call on Matthew, KF8GGM. Good evening to you, Matthew. Welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. Tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead. Okay, Matthew, we caught a little bit of that. It was you had an echo on your signal there. So it's or it's very distracting echo. I don't know exactly what mode you're in tonight, but um, if you want to try just doing a radio check again to figure that out, we'll certainly be able to help you there. But yeah, we caught most of it, but hopefully you can stick around and let's try just a quick radio check on your end, because I flipped over on the frequencies and it's coming from your side. There's an echo that where every word is bouncing bouncing with an echo several times during your transmission. KF8GGM, please go ahead. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Yeah, the echo is still there, so I don't know exactly what's going on with it. But again, welcome to the net. Hopefully you can stick around and we're coming through. I will go down the list a little bit later on. So, and I like to speak with everybody, especially if they're doing any observing or have any question and answers a little bit later on in the program for this evening. So. Hopefully you can stick around. No worries. Echolink have been having problems with your ISP since they upgraded their outside plant. Gotcha. All right. No worries. Thanks for posting in the AIM window there. No worries. So again, welcome there, Matthew. Michael, oh, I think we get K7. Yeah, okay, we got Jason, KF8GLT. Michael over on YouTube, K7VWP, thanks for checking in tonight. And Ed, W6RDZ, thanks for checking in tonight. Let's see, I'm looking over on YouTube and I think I got everybody. If I missed you, post over there. Oh, look and see. Oh, EMF NOC. That's. Oh, yeah, I already got you. I got you. KR4 MLJ. Yep, I got you, Patrick. No worries. All right. I'll go ahead and open up the net for on-air check-ins. Anyone wishing to check into tonight's Colorado Astronomy Net, please call with your call sign phonetically twice.
KF0YDS. KF Foxtrot 0. Yankee Delta Sierra, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Yankee Delta Sierra.
This is KF8FSQ, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot Sierra, Quebec, Fred in Michigan.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Yankee Delta Romeo, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Yankee Delta Romeo.
Okay, let's see. We got Elias, KF0YDS. That's a new call on the list. So welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. I'm going to get back with you in just a sec. Roy, KI7PKL, thanks for checking in tonight. Fred, KF8FSQ, thanks for checking in tonight. And Carson, KF0YDR, thanks for checking in tonight. 2 new calls and 2 new hams, I do believe. That's pretty darn close to welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. My name is Bernice. That's Bravo Uniform Romeo November Echo Sierra Sierra, and the call sign Kilowatt India 0 Alpha Romeo. For all of those who are new, I have let's see, I've been doing this net for over 30 years and learned something new just about every single net. Amateur astronomer by hobby. But I've been into astronomy for, gosh, more than 50 years for sure. The way the net runs is I'm obviously taking check-ins. Got some quick announcements in just a sec. Got some local astronomical news. Going to wrap up the local astronomical news for May. Then got an interesting bulletin for this evening, and we have a rocket report presented by Ed, W6RDZ, all the rocket relaunches that are going on around the world. After the rocket report, I will go down the list and chat with everybody. Especially if you have any questions or you found some other particular articles in astronomy that are of interest to you and you want to share, and observation reports, what you guys are looking at up in the skies, especially those of all over the world. So definitely like to hear what you guys are seeing up in the skies for sure. We'll go to Elias. KF0YDS, welcome to the net, Elias. Tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy, whether you're just starting out, or you've been doing it for a little while, what have you. Go ahead, please.
Well, I don't really have any background in astronomy, but I'm interested in it, and I did a presentation on a star called Tabby Star at our local observatory once, but that's pretty much all my background in astronomy.
Fine business, Elias. Always neat to give those presentations for sure. Again, welcome to the net. And like I said, this is a learning net, so even I learn something new every time. Next, Carson, KF0YDR. Good evening to you, Carson. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. Tell us a little bit about your interest, background in astronomy. Go ahead.
I'm Elias's twin brother, so I also don't have much background knowledge, but I also helped, I was also doing the presentation with him, so that's basically all the background knowledge that I have about astronomy.
All right, Elias and Carson, welcome. I'm assuming that you two are students, so you may want to listen up for one of my announcements as well. And since you guys are up in Estes Park, a lot darker skies than here down in Littleton. We'll be looking to you for observation reports in the future for sure. Oh, and let's see, Patrick, just got his call sign, Cook. So yeah, you checked in over there on YouTube. So, but you finally got your call sign. So, congrats on that. That's KR4MLJ, and I'm starting out. I used to bust the telescope out and look at the moon and planets in the dark around the Everglades in Florida. Oh, cool. Stay away from them alligators for sure. I'm excited to learn more about that. Oh, you betcha. This is the place. So I do appreciate that. All All right, announcements. Let's see. I publish a monthly astronomy letter via email and the World Wide Web. If you wish to subscribe to the email version of my newsletter, please send me an email to ki0ar@ki0ar.com and request to be put on the list. Or you may visit the website at www.ki0ar.com/astro.html. And at the top of the web page is also a spot where you may submit your email address and get subscribed to the email version of the newsletter as well. If you don't want to remember all that, just Google my call sign, KI0AR. You'll find a whole bunch of links, including links to the web page and the newsletter. I also volunteer with a youth group called the International Association for Astronomical Studies, a youth group that meets out in Strasburg, Colorado on Friday evenings from 6 until 8 p.m. Always looking for new members, freshmen through senior high school age students interested in astronomy, amateur radio, high power rocketry, remote control aircraft flying, full-scale aircraft construction, archaeoastronomy, radio astronomy, and balloon launch communications. More than welcome to visit our website at iaas.org for more information. We're also on Facebook under the same name, the International Association for Astronomical Studies. The IAAS also has a club call sign, which is Kilo Zero Alpha Alpha Sierra. So if you happen to hear us on the air, be sure to hop on there and say hey. Also, for those of you who might be interested in flight simulations, you might want to check out Jack KE0VH's YouTube channel on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. It's called Captain Jack Flight Sim, CAPNJACKFLTSIM. Great bunch of guys that hop on there, and he flies his various aircraft from point A to point B in the virtual world, and it almost looks pretty real. The rendering of the sky and the ground and things like that, so it is very, very realistic. That's Captain Jack Flight Sim on Mondays and Wednesdays, and from 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time until whenever he decides to land. So it's usually a 2.5 hour flight. Great conversation, and he plays some music on there, lots of fun. And that is it for the announcements. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net.
KG2GSM, a real rocket scientist here.
Let's see, KG2, was that Golf Sierra Mike?
Incorrect, sir. KE, Kilo Echo 2, George Sam Michael.
Okay, Kilo Echo 2, Golf Sierra Mike, gotcha. Gordon, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. Yeah, I know about them rocket scientists too. Used to work for Lockheed Martin on the Titan 4 program as well. So, fellow rocket scientists, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. That's a new call on the list. So tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead.
astronomy that I really have is helping design rockets to shoot at. I worked on Artemis 2, which is the latest full astronaut journey to the moon. I helped design and build that thing before I retired and returned back to Western New York. And that was an interesting situation with working with NASA. I enjoyed it. I really don't have a telescope or anything like that, but like I said, I just helped build rockets. I did help build rockets to shoot at the moon, and I'm already on Mars. I helped work on the various Mars landers, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. Back to net control, KD2 GSM. By the way, working on the Titan program, that's very interesting.
You bet, Gordon. Yeah, also worked on Mars Global Surveyor as well, and then Digital Globe, Boeing, gosh, you name them. I probably work for them one way or another. But hopefully you stick around. We do have a rocket report from Ed, so you may be interested in all the other rockets that are getting launched into the skies as well. So again, welcome. All right, this is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. For right now, please hold your check-ins until after the local astronomical news. I'll look for another round of check-ins then. Or if you have NetLogger or on YouTube, you can pop into either one of those channels there, and I'll see you pop up and let me know you're checking in. All right, this is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Gonna wrap up May. Too much going on here on the home front to have started the June newsletter, but I'll get around to it eventually. But most of you know why. All right. Start off with the phases of the moon. We had a full moon back on the 1st. Last quarter moon was on the 9th. New moon was on the 16th. Had a first quarter moon. We just passed that on the 23rd. And we got another full moon coming up on the 31st. So this is the month of the blue moon. It's one of those months that has 2 full moons in the space of 1 month. There are several definitions out there of a blue moon. Another definition is the 4th full moon in a 3-month period. This one for this month, the 2nd full moon in 1 month. The moon was at apogee, its farthest point away from the Earth this month. It was 252,177 miles from Earth. The moon was at perigee, its closest approach to the Earth this month, back on the 17th. It was 222,498 miles from Earth. Planetary highlights for May. Venus and Jupiter are the top evening features for your observing run after sunset in May. Jupiter also hosts a handful of exciting double transits and double shadow transits involving Europa and Ganymede. Saturn and Mars make a brief reappearance in the pre-dawn sky, joined by a crescent moon. Excerpt is from Astronomy Magazine, May 2026, page 28. Now on with the planets. Mercury was at superior conjunction back on the 14th. That means that Mercury was behind the Sun relative to where we are. After conjunction, Mercury has returned to the evening sky, setting about 9:59 p.m. by month's end. So Mercury is visible about 30 minutes after sunset during the last week of the month. So now's the time to see if you can go out there and spot that elusive little dot in the western sky. Mercury has moved from the constellation of Pisces into Gemini, shining at magnitude minus 0.6 on the 31st. So, quick tutorial on magnitudes. The magnitude scale is an inverse logarithmic scale, meaning as the magnitudes increase in value, the apparent brightness of an object decreases by a factor of about 2.5. The dimmest object that the human eye can see under optimal conditions is about 6th magnitude. So a magnitude 5 object is 2.5 times brighter than a magnitude 6 object, while a magnitude 7 object is 2.5 times dimmer. But any of these magnitudes, especially the bright ones, you should be able to see with the naked eye under good conditions. But definitely get out there with your telescope or binoculars and check out the details of these objects, especially the bright ones that are very, very easy to spot. We got Venus is setting about 11:02 p.m. by month's end. Look for Venus to the west about 30 minutes after sunset. Venus moves from the constellation of Taurus into Gemini, shining at magnitude minus 3.9. So Venus is very, very prominent once the sun sets, and you can follow that down for the rest of the evening. While Mercury is going to be very, very close to the horizon and will be tricky to spot. It's one of the trickier ones to spot. But it is possible either with binoculars. You may want to try to find it with binoculars first and then a telescope. Both of these planets will not show a full disk because both of these planets are in phase, just like the moon is right now. It's in phase. You won't ever see a full Mercury or a full Venus because you always look at them from the sides. All depends on where they are relative to the sun as to how much you're going to see, but you will see both of those planets in a particular phase. All the rest of the planets you will see in full phase. We got Mars rising about 4 a.m. by month's end. I'll look for Mars low to the east in the morning, about 30 minutes before sunrise. Mars moves from the constellation of Pisces into Aries, shining at magnitude 1.2. And then we got Jupiter setting about 11:22 p.m. by month's end. So Jupiter is setting just minutes, about 20 minutes after Venus. So look for both of those objects in the evening sky. By the time the sun sets, Jupiter is high in the southwestern sky and dominates the rest of the evening, along with Venus, of course. Jupiter is in the constellation of Gemini, shining at magnitude minus 1.9. So there you go. Jupiter is 2 magnitudes dimmer than Venus, so you can take a look and see what 2 magnitudes difference is when you take a look at those 2 objects. We got Saturn is rising about 2:57 a.m. by month's end. Look for Saturn towards the east in the morning sky before sunrise. Saturn moves from the constellation of Cetus into Pisces, shining at magnitude 0.9. And then we got Jupiter was in conjunction with the sun on the 22nd. after conjunction, Uranus has returned to the morning sky, rising about 5:05 a.m. by month's end. Look for Uranus to the, let's see, to the, actually, right now, Uranus is way too close to the sun, lost in the early twilight glow of the sun in the morning. So it will be difficult, if not impossible, to spot just because of the glare from the sun. Uranus is in the constellation of Taurus, shining at magnitude 5.8. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net continuing. We got Neptune. Now here's where you break out your telescopes for sure. We got Neptune rising about 2:30 a.m. by month's end. Look for Neptune towards the east in the morning sky before sunrise. Neptune is in the constellation of Pisces, shining at magnitude 7.8. For our dwarf planets, we have Ceres. Ceres was in conjunction with the sun on the 14th. After conjunction, Ceres has returned to the morning sky as well, rising about 5:17 a.m. by month's end. And just like Uranus, Ceres is definitely lost in the early twilight glow of the sun, so it will not be visible for the rest of the month. Ceres has moved from the constellation of Aries into Taurus, shining at magnitude 8.7. And Pluto will be rising about 12:15 a.m. by month's end. Pluto can be spotted to the south before sunrise. Pluto is in the constellation of Capricornus, shining at magnitude 15.2. So you'll definitely have to wait a while before, so anytime after 2 a.m. when Pluto is at least high enough above the horizon to spot. However, shining at magnitude 15.2, you will definitely need larger scopes to spot that. Lots of patience and very, very dark skies, which we won't have for a little while. As always, good luck at spotting Neptune, Ceres, and Pluto. A large telescope and dark skies will be needed. We got meteor showers. We had the Eta Aquarids meteor shower. This shower was visible during the period of April 21st through May 12th. However, and peaked back on May 5th. However, there may be some stragglers out there that you might see you may see some meteors that may not necessarily be associated with any particular meteor shower under dark sky conditions. So right now you'll have to wait till the moon sets, and it's going to set later and later for the rest of the month. So it's going to be a little trickier. But the best time to look for meteors is after midnight, in the early morning hours before dawn. That's when the Earth's windshield is hitting all of those little meteors and dust specks. We do have a comet. We have comet 10P Tuttle, or Temple 2. 10P Temple, or Temple 2, is brightening past 9th magnitude, passing through the constellations of Aquila the Eagle, just above Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very low on the southern horizon and looks like a teapot. That's the best way to describe Sagittarius in the southern sky. So it's going to be just above that. So you'll again need some dark skies to see if you can spot that little fuzzball. And that is it for the local astronomical news. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Okay, I'm not seeing, let's see, there we go. We got let me make sure I got that. Okay, we got Jim over on YouTube, KD9, UJK. Thanks for checking in tonight. Jim over on YouTube, so appreciate that. Yep, got you on there. Oh, let's see. Don't see anybody else on NetLogger or YouTube. Oh, just a sec, just a sec. Let's see. All right, and nobody checking in via email, so we'll make one more call for check-ins. Anyone wishing to check into tonight's Colorado Astronomy Net, please call with your call sign phonetically twice.
Whiskey Alpha 7, Golf, Victor Lima. Whiskey Alpha 7, Golf, Victor Lima. I'm also on NetLogger, but I didn't hear my call, so I may have missed it.
You bet, Paul. Yeah, you are number 4. You're number 4 on the list, so I definitely got you on there. I do apologize if I skipped over you. WA7 GVL, thanks for checking in tonight. We got you. All right, anyone else wishing to check into tonight's net, please call with your call sign phonetically twice.
Kilo, Charlie, Zero, Echo, Foxtrot, Sierra. Kilo, Charlie, Zero, Echo, Foxtrot, Sierra.
And good evening to you, Bruce, KC0EFS. Thanks for checking in tonight. Okay, looks like I doubled over somebody. Hopefully I got them. All right. Anyone else wishing to check into tonight's Colorado Astronomy Net, please call with your call sign phonetically twice.
Kilo, Foxtrot, Zero, Uniform, Lima, Zulu. Kilo, Foxtrot, Zero, Uniform, Lima, Zulu. Kilo, Juliet, 5, Mike, Charlie, Victor. Kilo, Juliet, 5, Mike, Charlie, Victor. Ryan, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
All right. Good evening to you, Stephen. KF0ULZ, thanks for checking in tonight. And Ryan, KJ5MCV, thanks for checking in tonight. And Clayton, KJ5NZR, checking in tonight. All 3 of those are new calls, so welcome, gents. I do appreciate you checking in tonight. My name is Bernus. That's Bravo Uniform Romeo November Echo Sierra Sierra, and the call sign Kilowatt India 0 Alpha Romeo. So welcome to the net. I do like to touch base with my new check-ins and find out a little bit more about your background interest in astronomy, whether you're starting out or just or you've been doing it for decades or somewhere in between. Let's see, Stephen in Salida, KF0ULZ, welcome to the net. Tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead.
that's for sure.
Okay, don't know what happened. KF0ULZ, welcome to the net. Tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead. Okay, Ryan, same question. KJ5 MCV. Oh, why does that call look familiar and it's not coming up? Ryan, tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead, please.
Well, Vernon, um, I listened in last week to this net on the Doylestown, Ohio repeater via All Star, and I thought, what a cool net! And just a stroke of luck, I logged into that same repeater here from Oklahoma, and there you were chatting about it again. I got a bunch of cool information about last week about visibility. I forgot what you called it. You know, how well you can see something from where, and kind of the range of how that works. That was really interesting. I'd say I'm a .00459 on astronomy interest, but you guys run such a good net here, and it seems like a lot of fun. I'll be tuning in again with you guys, and hopefully can line something up. You know, I bought the wife a telescope a few years ago for her birthday, and I think I've played with it more than she has, but we get out and we have a kick, you know, and it's a lot of fun. But man, I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to hear you're out there doing your thing, and this is a really interesting situation. So count me in for interested, but not much background. Back to you, Ernest. This is KJ5MCV.
All right, Ryan, appreciate that. Yeah, I've been doing this net here in Colorado for 30 years. So practice, practice, practice. Lots of practice every week, just about. Well, I've had some substitutes in the past, but been doing it every Tuesday night, rain or shine, Christmas, holiday, you know, Christmas and New Year's. Only two holidays that actually, and 4th of July for that matter, the only few holidays that fall on, can fall on Tuesdays. Been doing that. Usually those are fairly abbreviated, but been doing it ever since. I think, gosh, 1,582 nets as of tonight, and I've been on Skyhub Link. Check out skyhublink.com for the direct connections through Echolink and All-Star and all other kinds of nodes as well. So skyhublink.com is our direct connect into the net if you're not coming through the local repeaters. So Ryan, appreciate those comments, and welcome to the net. This is KI0AR Net Control for Colorado Astronomy Net. Next is Clayton down in Texas, KJ5NZR checking in over on NetLogger there. So welcome, Clayton. Tell us a little bit about your background interest in astronomy. Go ahead. Okay, I need to press on. I do have an article, and we have the rocket report to get through. Also, Jack, KE0VH, thanks for checking in tonight. And Rick, VA3RKL, thanks for checking in tonight. Got you guys on there. I'll take check-ins. Well, let's get through the article and the rocket report. Then I'll take some more check-ins for tonight. Start off as usual with ISS passes. For those of you who are interested in watching the ISS pass over your location, you may want to check out this website, www.heavens-above.com. That's www.heavens-above.com. The one reason I like this particular website is, let me pull this up over on YouTube for now and see how that does. There we go. Let's see. It gives you the passes for a particular visible passes for the ISS. You can also check on all passes. It gives you a whole bunch of information on lots of other stuff other than that. But the one thing I like about this particular site is that I can click on a particular date of interest, like this past tonight at 8:51 p.m. over the Denver area. If I click on that, it pulls up a nice star chart. And let's see how I can, looks like I'm in the way over on YouTube. I got to figure that out. Let me see if I can pull that to the front. I was messing around with this earlier, and I seem to have messed things up. But you can take a look at that, and you can see that the star chart shows exactly where the ISS is going to pass over. In fact, it's passing nearly directly overhead of my location here in Littleton. And you can see what constellations it's passing through as well. The nice thing about this star chart is you can print that out and you can take it outside, and if you happen to get butterfingers and drop it on the ground, it's not going to get lost, nor is it going to get broken like iPhones and iPads and things like that. Your cell phone, if you if you drop this on concrete, it's not going to hurt it at all. You can write on it, you can take it up, hold it up upside down, and see where the ISS is passing over. You get a nice big, I know there's some youth out there tonight, but some of us oldsters need the big stuff so we can see what we're looking at rather than those little tiny screens. That's what I like about this particular website, and you get a good idea of where the ISS is passing over. So again, that website is heavens-above.com, so check that out. I do recommend you sign up for it and enter in your home coordinates up there in the upper right corner there. And that's it for that bulletin. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Okay, got an interesting bulletin from Science Daily dated the 15th of May. NASA's Roman Space Telescope could reveal millions of invisible neutron stars. Astronomers have long believed the Milky Way is filled with neutron stars, the ultra-dense remnants left behind from massive stars explosion. The problem is that most of these objects are nearly impossible to see. A new study published in Astronomy and Astrophysics suggests NASA's upcoming Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope may finally be able to uncover some of them. Using advanced simulations of the Milky Way and predictions of Roman's future observations, researchers found the Space Telescope could detect and study dozens of isolated neutron stars through a phenomenon known as gravitational microlensing. Most neutron stars are relatively dim and on their own, says Sophia Zachmarek of the Heidelberg University in Germany, who led the study. They are incredibly hard to spot without some sort of help. How Roman could detect invisible neutron stars. Neutron stars contain more mass than the sun packed into an object roughly the size of a city. Scientists study them to better understand how stars evolve, explode, and distribute heavy elements throughout the cosmos. They also offer a rare opportunity to investigate matter under the most extreme conditions, pressures, and densities imaginable. Most neutron stars remain hidden unless they appear as pulsars that emit radio waves or shine brightly in X-rays. Even the most powerful telescopes can miss isolated neutron stars that produce little or no detectable light. The Roman Space Telescope could find them indirectly when a massive object such as a neutron star passes in front of a more distant star. Its gravity bends and magnifies the background star's light. This effect, called microlensing, temporarily makes the distant star appear brighter and slightly shifted in the sky. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Continuing, many telescopes can detect the brief brightening caused by microlensing, but Roman is expected to do much more. The observatory will precisely measure both the increase in brightness, or photometry, and the tiny positional movement, or astrometry, of the background star. Because neutron stars are relatively heavy, they create a stronger astrometric signal than smaller objects. That means Roman may not only detect hidden neutron stars, but also measure their masses, something extremely difficult to achieve using photometry alone. What's really cool about using microlensing is that you can get direct mass measurements, said paper co-author Peter McGill of Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Photometry tells us that something passed in front of the star, but it's the amount the star's position shifts that tells us how massive that object is. By measuring that tiny deflection on the sky, we can directly weigh something that is otherwise unseen. Solving neutron star mysteries. Roman's observations could help scientists answer major questions about neutron stars and black holes, including whether there is a true gap between their masses. The mission may also reveal how quickly neutron stars travel through the galaxy. Researchers are especially interested in the powerful kicks neutron stars receive during supernova explosions. These violent events can launch them through space at hundreds of miles per second. The team plans to use Roman's future galactic bulge time domain survey, which will repeatedly observe millions of stars in enormous sections of the sky. We're going to get to work as soon as the data start coming in, said McGill. Even in the first months after commissioning, we expect to start identifying promising events. Even a modest number of confirmed discoveries could significantly improve models of stellar explosions and the behavior of matter under extreme conditions. We don't know the mass distribution of neutron stars, black holes, or where one ends and the other begins with any certainty, McGill said. Roman will really be a breakthrough in that. A hidden population waiting to be found. So far, astronomers have identified only a few thousand neutron stars, most of them detected as pulsars. However, scientists estimate the Milky Way could contain anywhere from tens of millions to hundreds of millions of neutron stars. Researchers have also only been able to measure neutron star masses in binary systems where two objects orbit each other. We're seeing a small sample that's not representative of the big picture, Kaczmarek said. Even a single mass measurement would be very powerful. If we found just one isolated neutron star, it would already be incredibly stimulating to our research. This study also highlights an unexpected scientific advantage of the Roman mission. Although the telescope's survey was originally designed mainly to discover exoplanets through photometric microlensing, its advanced astrometric precision may open the door to entirely new kinds of discoveries. This wasn't part of the original plan, said McGill, but it turns out Roman's astrometric capability is really good at detecting neutron stars and black holes, so we can add a whole new kind of science to Roman's surveys. If the predictions are correct, Roman could deliver the first large collection of isolated neutron stars detected purely through their gravitational effects. The mission is expected to dramatically expand the study of microlensing and uncover hidden populations of objects throughout the Milky Way, including rogue planets and stellar remnants such as neutron stars. And that is it for the bulletins for this evening. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, call on Ed, W6RDZ, for tonight's rocket report. W6RDZ, this is KI0AR calling.
Furnace, this is W6RDZ, your rocket man. Ready to give the report. How is my audio sound?
You're good, Ed. You're solid copy. Please go ahead. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net.
All right, thank you, Furnace. Good evening to you and the net. This is W6RDZ, your rocket man, with tonight's rocket report, looking back to May 19th and forward to June 2nd. Well, the big news of the week is unquestionably the spectacular test flight of Flight 12, Starship. We're going to talk more about that later. Right now, let's look at the other launches for last week before we get to Starship. We had 8 witnessed orbital launches last week. The first one was right after the net last Tuesday at 20:46 Mountain Daylight Time. SpaceX steadfastly launched Starlink Group 17-42 on a Falcon 9 from Slip 4E out of Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. That was a planned 150th orbital launch attempt of 2026. The second launch was on Thursday, May 21st, that at Mountain Daylight Time. SpaceX successfully launched Starlink Group 10-31 from Slick Force, Cape Canaveral, Florida there. 29 Starlink Link satellites joined the mega constellation in low Earth orbit on booster 1077's 27th flight. Friday, May 22nd, at 03:33 Mountain Daylight Time, Rocket Lab flawlessly launched the Viva La Strix mission on an electron carry rocket from the Maya Peninsula at our Virginia. RDZ back with Colorado Astronomy Net's rocket report. We were talking about a launch out of New Zealand. That was Rocket Lab on a Curie rocket, electron Curie. It was a nice Striax satellite launched for Japan's perspective. They're a manufacturer and operator of the Striax synthetic aperture radar satellites there. So, Earth observation in the microwave region. All right, we're going to skip number 4. That's Starship. We'll come back to that. Fifth launch of the week. That was Sunday, May 24th. China Aerospace Cathay successfully launched the Shenzhou 23 mission on a March 2FG rocket from the Jiuquan launch site center in China. The Shenzhou 23 launched a new crew to the Tiangong space station. It was a 17-crew Chinese flight and carried 3 Chinese astronauts to the Chinese space station. One of the old Shenzhou 22 crew is going to stay on in the space station for another 6 months. Right, 6th launch, Monday, yesterday. 24th, SpaceX launched Starlink Group 1047 on a Falcon 9 from Slick Force, Cape Canaveral. That was booster 1073, 28th flight. All right, this morning, Tuesday, May 26th, SpaceX launched Starlink Group 17. And let's reset the repeaters there. This is W6RDZ back with the Colorado Astronomy Net's rocket report. We were talking about the last SpaceX launch headed out this morning. Another 24 Starlink high-speed internet satellite joined the major constellation in low Earth orbit. It was SpaceX's 200th consecutive successful landing and the 247th successful landing. The 660th successful SpaceX mission and the 120th orbital launch attempt of 2026. Also this morning, Tuesday, May 26th, China Aerospace and Science Corporation Cathay launched the TKSW-24 mission on a Long March 7-8 rocket from LC-201 at the Wenchang Space Launch Site in China. The TJSW is a Chinese classified satellite claimed to be for communication technology test purposes. All right, that's bringing us up here to the big one. Let's talk about Starship. Before I launch into that launch, I'm going to reset the repeaters. W6RDZ, back in a minute. This is W6RDZ for the Colorado Astronomy Net, back with our Starship launch on the rocket report. Friday, May 26th, the big one. SpaceX successfully launched Starship Flight 12 from Pad 2 in Starbase, Texas. Wow. The excitement is guaranteed, they say, and it was an exciting test flight. It was the first launch launch of the version 3 rocket, the first version 3 Raptors, and the first from the new TAD 2. And it was far more successful than the first version 1 launch or the version 2 test flight. However, Flight 12 did run into its share of difficulties. After a 24-hour delay from the Thursday scrub, which was caused by a faulty hydraulic launch tower vent, the giant rocket cleared the tower at 17:30 knots daylight time with no significant holes. All 33 Raptor 3 engines lit and pushed the heat skyward. One of the boosters, 33 engines, shut down prematurely about 2 minutes into the flight. At that time, booster 19 was about 2/3 of the way into the first stage 4 burn. It was not a big deal from a thrust loss standpoint, as other engines easily compensated, but it might have damaged other engines. Nonetheless, the other engines drove it right up to stages, to the engine cutoffs. Hot staging occurred, but looked somewhat anomalous. What reset the repeater there talking about hot staging? Back in a minute. This is W6RDZ for the Colorado Astronomy Net, back with the rocket report. All right, hot staging occurred but looked anomalous. One engine on the upper stage of ship 39 is not light and may have failed energetically. This may be what perturbed booster 19 caused propellant sloshing and doomed booster 19 boost back burn. 33 engines tried to relight sporadically at first there and failed. Booster 29 failed in a boost back or landing burn and broke up on impact far out in the Gulf. Hearty salute to Booster 29's Raptor engine E8, the only engine which relit and hung on to the bitter end. Meanwhile, back in outer space, ship 39 continued on its flight path on 5 engines, which compensated by burning longer. The ship successfully deployed 20 mock Starlink satellites and 2 Dodger Dog camera-equipped Starlinks, which returned spectacular views of the Starship in space. The relight of a Raptor in space was skipped due to concerned engine damage caused by the failure of the one unlit engine. The re-entry and landing were a spectacular success. We got great views. Valves look to perform beautifully. Let's reset our repeater. All right, this is W6RDZ back with the Colorado Astronomy Net rocket report. Ship 19 performed a flip, lit 2 sea-level Raptors as planned, flew to a stop and did a 360-degree pirouette, and then landed in the water gently. It fell over and exploded as expected. The new launch pad, Stage 0, suffered no damage from the launch. Overall, I'd say a great success and another solid step forward. That said, I don't foresee SpaceX catching a Starship anytime soon here. They have other priorities for a bit. And we've got some links in the report that you can look up to dive deeper in analysis of the launch. That brings us up to upcoming launches next week. Briefly, I think we got 6 of them. Nothing starting till Friday. First launch on Friday, May 19th. No, Also Friday, May 29th. Weekend Atlas 5 launch. That's pretty cool. ULA plans to launch the Amazon Leo LA-07 mission from Split 41, Cape Canaveral. Saturday, May 30th. Look for SpaceX to launch Starlink Group 17-41 from Split 40 out of Vandenberg. Also Saturday, May 30th. China Aerospace and Science March 2D. Let's reset our reviews here. P6RDZ back here with Colorado Astronomy Net's rocket report. We were talking about Saturday. CASIX is going to launch a Long March 2D from the Jicheng Satellite Launch Center in China, undisclosed payload. Fifth launch Sunday, March 31st, South Korea hopes to launch a demo flight of their new AED solid fuel small launch vehicle from Jeju Island, South Korea. And finally, we might get a Blue Origin New Glenn return to flight. Blue Origin has gotten it to launch Amazon Leo, also known as Project Kuiper, the LN-01, on a New Glenn rocket from LC-36 from Cape Canaveral, Florida. This is a very young, reusable booster, which made two previous awesome landings succeed. If it launches, it should be the 127th orbital launch of 2027. That brings us to just three very short news items to mention. The Shenzhou 22 spacecraft, as we mentioned earlier, Shenzhou 23 is launching next week. The Shenzhou 22 is scheduled to depart the Chinese space station and land in the Gobi Desert on Friday, May 29th at 6 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. They'll return 3 Chinese astronauts from the 6-month mission. Actually, that's not true. It's only going to return 2 Chinese mission astronauts. One is going to stay back with the Pakistani that just launched last week. We'll reset the computer. W6RGZ back with the rocket report. Yeah, that Chinese launch will probably be live streamed, but I don't have a link to publish for it yet. Second item, the Psyche mission made a close flyby of Mars. It came within 4,690 kilometers of Mars. The Deep Space Probe used Mars gravity as a slingshot its way to its target asteroid. The asteroid probe tested and calibrated its instruments on Mars. We got some good pictures. The Psyche probe is now on its way straight to the metallic asteroid Psyche in the main asteroid belt. That mission is on track. Third item, Blue Origin, as we mentioned, they're back in the game. The FAA have approved the investigation and corrective action into their New Glenn Flight 3 anomaly. It was found that a cryogenic fuel leak caused a hydraulic valve to freeze and stick, which resulted in lower thrust and thus released the payload did not make it into orbit. All right, that's it for tonight's Colorado Astronomy Net rocket report. This is W6RDV, Rocket Man Ed, wishing you a good night and nominal flight. Now, back to Starman Burnett, KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net.
Okay, thanks for that, Ed. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Lots going on. I do appreciate you doing your hard work and getting that rocket report ready. I am just now processing that, and I will publish it to the website in probably I'll wrap that up for the net. I'll publish that link, but you may want to check that link out a little bit later. I don't have tonight's quite done yet. Right, I'll go ahead and acknowledge Mike, KE2FTG, checked in over here on YouTube. We got Amber also over on YouTube, KF0WRW, thanks for checking in tonight. And Chuck, WB4AIZ, checked in and out via NetLogger, so appreciate that. I'll go ahead and pause here to see if there are any more check-ins before we go down the list. Anyone else wishing to check in to tonight's Colorado Astronomy Net, please call with your call sign phonetically twice. Okay, nothing heard. We got a fairly long list and a half an hour to get through it. So hopefully everybody's stuck around and you got some questions or comments or astronomical reports, what you're looking at up in the night skies and things like that. Be happy to try to answer the questions for sure. Let's see. So now's the time for everyone else to contribute to the net. Questions, comments, observation reports, anything you'd like to pass along to the net, now's the time to do it. First on the list tonight is John up in Ohio, W2JLS. Good evening to you, John. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Good to hear you and Ed, the Rocket Man, giving the rocket report. Good to have you guys back in full effect here tonight. My local repeater group did connect in, so you can have some listeners pipe in from there. I think some already, and that's kind of nice. I'll also give you a shout out. We had some of the nets. There were some very positive comments about the Colorado Astronomy Net. They did particularly. There were some young people that are listening, and I know you like that, and they're kind of lighting some folks up. So I think that's great. I was going to share maybe one story tonight if you've got time. Tonight is a nice piece of history along the lines of inspiring youth. So with that, give me a moment here. I'll reconnect. W2JLS returning. So today, I should say, in space history, was the birthday of the American Sally Ride. She was born May 26, 1951. Sally Kristen Ride in LA, California. For those that are old enough to recall, Sally kind of opened the door for women in space. But before she did, she was a very well-acknowledged scientist. She earned her PhD in physics from Stanford University in '78. Her doctoral research focused on high-energy astrophysics, especially how X-rays interact with interstellar medium was kind of her specialty. So even before she got on the space shuttle, she was already studying the universe as a serious scientist. So she did kind of usher in a new era. Her flight class, 1978, NASA started having more and more women show up into the program, and the intention being that they would eventually become part of the shuttle missions, and she was the first. So kind of neat. She was trained as a mission specialist wasn't flying, and she did, I think the first flight was STS-7, June 18th, 1983. The first American woman in space. At age 32, she was also the youngest American astronaut to fly in space at that time. So pretty impressive. That particular crew deployed satellites and conducted experiments, so it wasn't just a joyride. She was up there getting stuff done. She operated the robotic arm during her career and deployed and retrieved shuttle pallet satellite. She was really quite a lady. She flew her second flight in 1984 at STS-41G. That mission also included Catherine Sullivan, who became the first American woman to perform a spacewalk. Kind of neat. So, across her two missions, Sally Ride spent more than 300 hours in space. After the Challenger disaster, Ride served on the Rogers Commission. Years later, she also helped investigate the Columbia disaster. Her service to NASA continued well beyond her own flights. Sometimes on the ground crew, she would be serve as Capcom, so one of the people communicating directly with the astronauts that were in space, for example. But after NASA, she became an educator and scientist throughout the rest of her life. I will say she did pass away rather young, July 23rd, 2012. Age 61 from pancreatic cancer, but clearly left behind her quite a legacy. Very impressive lady, scientist and astronaut. So anyway, I thought I'd share that because we had some young listeners that were inspired, and it's Sally's birthday. So anyway, back to you, Bart, for having me, W2JLS.
All right, John, appreciate that. Appreciate the history lesson as well. So thanks for that. Appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is Ken out in Nevada, NV7SS. Good evening to you, Ken. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening there, Berners. This is November Victor 7 Sierra, Ken in Indian Springs, Nevada, where it's been absolutely beautiful as far as the sky goes and everything at night and everything. But it's still a little bit chilly. I tell you, it got down to 49 degrees last night here. And it got up to like 89 degrees during the day. So still a little cool. I like it a little bit warmer out there. But the moon, I'll tell you there, Ernest, a blue moon this month, and the moon's out during the day. Yeah, it's still light outside, and the moon's just about overhead now. So I'd rather see the moon in the darkness. But anyway, glad it's up there. But anyway, there, Ernest, thanks for being there, and thanks for doing this net. It's always an interesting thing to hear everything that you do for it. And thanks, Ed, for the rocket report. That was very informative, and thank you very much for that. Take care, Berners. I'll let you get on with the net. NV7SS, back to you, Berners.
All right, Ken, thanks for that. Yep, the desert nights do get cold. That's for sure. Actually, you'd be surprised how the summer months, how chilly it can get during the summer months, especially here in Denver. The high desert, and out where you are as well. Even in the South, it does get chilly at night. Or it can get chilly at night. I don't remember it getting too chilly when I was living in Virginia with all that humidity holding in the heat. at night, but you have to wait a little bit longer for that to settle in. But definitely, when you do go out to view stars, take a jacket. For sure, even in the summer months, you'd be surprised how chilly it can get. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, Ken. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Let's see. Next on the list is Mike in Oklahoma over on YouTube, KO5AOK. Mike, thanks for checking in. Any questions or comments any of you guys have over on YouTube? Be sure to post them in the in the chat there, and I'll pass it along to everybody else. So I do appreciate you checking in via YouTube. Got a whole bunch of YouTubers tonight. Next on the list is Paul in Utah, WA7GVL. Good evening to you, Paul. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Well, it was interesting listening to you go through the progression of the planets. I use a tracking app called Skyview, and I could literally see the planets are all lined up, and the app allows me to point my iPad or my iPhone towards where they are and see where they were. So if I had a telescope that was working, I would be able to find it fairly easily. I'd have to go to the front of the house to find Polaris to use the tracking software in the telescope. But I can't do that because the neighbors across the street have bright lights on the front of their house. But we have no street lights or anything like that anywhere near me, so it's very dark sky here. And I just have to pick and choose which direction I'm looking. Or I can go up on top of Brian Hood Peak and there's nothing up there. Great sky views. So thank you for your explanation. They look like they're all in alignment. WA7GVL.
You bet, Paul. Yeah, they follow along the ecliptic for the most part, which is the path that the sun takes through the skies. The moon slightly off by plus or minus 5 degrees. That's one reason we don't have eclipses every time we have a full moon. If the moon was following along with the sun along the ecliptic, we'd have eclipses every month, lunar and solar eclipses. But because the moon is slightly off kilter by, like I said, plus or minus 5 degrees or so, we don't see those phenomena all the time. So we do get to see the full moons, and we don't really see the new moons, but we do see that little thin crescent of a new moon. But yep, they follow along the line except for Pluto. Pluto does not follow that ecliptic. It is off by a considerable margin. And one of those reasons that it got demoted to a dwarf planet, partly because it's not following the same paths that the other planets are concerned, and there's several reasons that it got demoted, but that's one of them. All right, Paul, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I've got neighbors with bright lights in the backyard, so and my house faces north, and if I set my telescope up in the backyard, I can't see Polaris, but I got little cheat marks on the ground so I can set up my scope fairly easily if I do take it out there. But such bright skies here in Denver that it floods out all but the brightest of objects in the sky here in the backyard, unfortunately. All right, Paul, appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is John in Washington. KJ7AGQ checked in via YouTube, so thanks for that, John. Next on the list is Patrick, also checked in via YouTube, was having problems with his radio. Hopefully he'll be able to check in. KR4MLJ, thanks for checking in tonight as well. So we'll go down to Matthew in Ohio, KF8GGM. Good evening to you, Matthew. Welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net, and that goes for Patrick there over on YouTube as well. But we'll go to Matthew in Ohio, KF8GGM. Welcome to the net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead.
Thanks so much for checking in. I'm going to go to the side of every tonight. And if I credit, I think I'm problems, so don't be you're able to hear me. You will come in, back to me so long.
Yeah, Matthew, I heard the comment that we are able to hear you, but there is still that choppy echo on your signal tonight. If you're I think you said you were on Echolink. It's still there. You may, I don't know what node you're going through. Where is it? Yeah, Echolink been having problems with your ISP. So the direct link to SkyHub is the direct node is 985.839. 985.839 is the direct Echolink node into the SkyHub link system. So I don't know if that makes any difference or not. But yeah, we hear you, but the signal is still a chopped echo there, Matthew. And again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. I do appreciate you checking in tonight, and do appreciate what comments that we can get. Stick around. Maybe we can figure something out at the end of the net. Don't mind doing that. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Jason in Ohio, KF8GLT. Good evening to you, Jason. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. Okay, Patrick posted over on YouTube, are there any planets visible by the naked eye tonight or in the next few days? Just curious if I could see one tonight after work. You betcha. You betcha, Patrick. Look towards the west. We got Venus. Venus is up, setting about 11 p.m. Local time. Followed closely by Jupiter, about 20 minutes behind that at 11:22. You'll see Jupiter in the west. Mars and Saturn are in the morning. Let's see, that is it. You should be able to see those two planets very easily in the evening sky. If you've got clear skies, they're going to be the brightest objects. Don't confuse them for airplanes. Definitely point your binoculars up there and take a look at those two objects for sure. You should be, even with binoculars, you should see some banding with Jupiter and the 4 Galilean moons. Ganymede, Callisto, Europa, and Io. With Jupiter, you may be able to pull out its phase. It won't be a excuse me. With Venus, it won't be a full Venus, but Jupiter will be full for sure. See if you can see some banding. If you point a telescope, you'll definitely see that. Yes, Patrick, where are you? Oh, in Tennessee. 9. So yeah, they're setting about right now. Yeah, you're quarter to 11. Venus is going to be sitting right on the horizon. So you're going to need a flat horizon towards the west, and then Jupiter about 20 minutes behind. So maybe not tonight, especially if there's some low clouds. But definitely for the rest of the month, for sure, those will be your evening objects to take a look at. So Patrick, I hope that answers your question. Appreciate you posting over there. Let's see. Where were we? Jason, didn't hear anything from Jason. Micah over in Ogden, Utah. K7 VWP over on YouTube. So thanks for checking in tonight. Any questions you can post over there. Next on the list is Ed, W6RDZ. Good evening to you, Ed. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Back with you there, Furnace. Not anything observational, just again, that gratitude for you having this fine head again and allowing me to participate. And great gratitude for those expressing appreciation with the rocket report. It just really delights me when I find that people enjoy that. So thank you very much. Very kind of those. Thank you for that. That's all. W6RDZ, back to you.
All right, Red. I can't talk tonight. All right, Ed. Yeah, I have a question for you. Send me, or actually a request. Send me a text. Let me know what your T-shirt size is. I got something for you that you may be interested in, and that goes for you too, John. W2JLS. Let me know what your T-shirt size is, in a text or an email or something like that. All right, Ed, appreciate you doing the Rocket Report. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is Elias up in Estes Park. Good evening to Elias, KF0YDS. Welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net and welcome to the ham bands. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead.
I don't really have much, but this has been really fun, and I'm gonna listen to the net and check in next week. But that's about all I got. But thank you for doing this net. It's been very interesting.
All right, Elias, welcome. Let's see. May I ask what grade you and Carson are in this year? Go ahead.
We just finished 6th grade, but it's now summer break.
You you was that 6th grade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Go ahead.
Sixth grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ah, very cool, very cool. And well, we have a bunch, like I said before, we have a bunch of students in the IAAS. We actually do have some 7th graders. We'll take them as well. And what I might suggest you do is Friday evening. Maybe around 4:30ish, it depends. Listen out for the call sign K0AAS. K0AAS. That's our club call. And let's see. You might hear Jim. He's our founder. He might be on there. Unfortunately, I will not be. I will not be going out to Strasbourg Friday evening, but you may want to try to talk to some of the students. They are there from 6 until 8, maybe later. Depends on what they're going to do. They sometimes meet early, so if you happen to hear or just call around 4:30 or 5 o'clock, call K0AAS and see if you get a response, and talk to Jim and let him know that you are your students and you checked into the Colorado Astronomy Net. And I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but definitely check them out on either Facebook or their webpage, iaas.org.
Alright, that sounds interesting. I'll do that on Friday at 4:30 to 5.
You bet. Yeah, the students will be there from 6 until 8. Usually that's our meeting time. Sometimes they get early. So from 4:30 on, just listen in on the Skyhub Link system. And yeah, you might be surprised. Take a look at the website and see if there's anything that piques your interest for sure. We are an international group, but we do have all students on there. So we do have some that are interested in ham radio as well. So we're setting up a satellite system, things like that. Some large towers and hosting one of the repeaters out there for that site as well. So I'll quit chatting with you, but definitely like to touch base with the students for sure. So Elias, I do appreciate you checking in tonight, and again, welcome to the net. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. Next on the list is Roy up in Oregon, KI7PKL. Good evening to you, Roy. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Good evening, Bruce and the net. Hey, it's been a pretty decent week out here. I've actually had the telescope out imaging a couple of times. As always, still dealing with mysterious problems and trying to figure out what to do about them. The journey continues. Anyway, thanks for taking my check-in. Great net tonight, as always, Bruce, and we'll send it back to you. KI7PKL.
All right, Roy, same question to you, or same thing. Send me your t-shirt size. might have a little treat for you because I like to use your images in the newsletter, as you well know. So I do appreciate you sharing those with us. And for everybody else, by the way, Roy is an astrophotographer. You may want to check out his his call sign on QRZ and check out the images that he's done. So I swiped them from there. And Roy doesn't mind at all. So take a look at his images for sure. Roy, appreciate that. Appreciate you, your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And happy imaging to you. Next on the list is Fred in Michigan, KF8FSQ. Good evening to you, Fred. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Hello, Bernard from the net. Could you give me a quick signal report? I changed my antenna. I'm not sure how I'm setting.
Fred, you are solid copy. No problems. I mean, in fact, maybe a little too loud. There you go. But you're solid copy. No problems. Go ahead.
All right, very good. Bernard, I have a couple questions for you of the tinfoil hat variety. Recently, the UAP files were released. I wonder if you've had a chance to review any of those, and if you have any opinion as to what they tell us, or if they're just a little too redacted, as a lot of recent documents have been. The other question I have, or recommendation, is an app called Enigma. That's Echo Nevada, India, George, Mike, Alpha. It's an interesting app where you can review local UAP sightings, well, local and international, kind of all over the world, UAP sightings. And generally they have a sensible explanation for them. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. I'm not sure if it's available for Android, but it is available for iOS. So, yeah, there's your tinfoil hat report from Michigan. This is KFD. Back to you.
Fred, let's see, on the UAP files, no, I have not seen any of those. I'll tell you this, I am a firm believer that we are not alone. It's just too much space out there for us to be the only ones. Yeah. Let's see. I do have a buddy that studied a lot of those things and made a lot of those reports that are now open. Yes, for a lot of the stuff, a lot of it was terrestrially explained, some not so much. But I haven't heard of Enigma either, so I do apologize for that. But and right now, my head is barely in the game for the most part. I need to get through. I need to get through Saturday, and then probably the rest of the year before I start doing some of the other stuff. But it's tough going. Yeah, for the most part, I did lose my wife in April, and we're having a celebration of life for her this Saturday. So that's foremost on my mind. One reason that the newsletter may not get out on time for June, but you guys make it all worthwhile. You're kind of my support group, as well as what do I want to say? Yeah, definitely my support group to be able to hang with you guys, and it's definitely helps me a lot to be able to share astronomy with you guys. She always let me do that, and so she's still letting me do that. So I do appreciate that. Don't know if I actually answered any of your questions, but I do appreciate you sharing that with us, Fred. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you checking in tonight. This is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. We're still going strong here, so let's keep on. I want to talk to Carson up in Estes Park, KF0YDR. Good evening to you, Carson. What have you got for the net? Go ahead.
I don't have that much, but thank you for setting up the net and running the net. It's very interesting, and I learned a lot, so thank you.
Oh, you bet. Hopefully you were listening in with Elias there, and who knows, you might become part of the team with the IAAS. Good bunch of students that are interested in a whole bunch of stuff, and you guys might just fit in even over the air. We do try to do some outreach, and we try to get on some road trips with the students as well. So who knows? Yeah, definitely check them out for sure, or either on Facebook or on their direct site, iaas.org. Love to have you guys checking in, even over the air for sure. And so do definitely appreciate your comments and you checking in again. And again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. And next on the list is Gordon up in New York, KE2GSM. Good evening to you, Gordon. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Yeah, that's a new welcome to the net too. So Gordon, go ahead, please. Next on the list is Jim in Illinois, KD9UJK. Or was that over? Yeah. Good evening to you, Jim. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Oh, I was wondering that. Well, yeah, that's over on YouTube. So, Jim, definitely appreciate you checking in over on YouTube. Any questions or anything like that, post that over on the chat window. But definitely appreciate you checking in tonight. Next on the list is Bruce in Snyder, KC0EFS. Good evening to you, Bruce. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Stephen in Salida, KF0ULZ. Good evening to you, Stephen. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Ryan in Oklahoma, KJ5MCV. Good evening to you, Ryan. What have you got for the net tonight? Again, welcome to the net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Clayton down in Texas, KJ5NZR. Good evening to you, Clayton. Again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. What have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. Next on the list is Jack in Wheat Ridge, KE0VH. Good evening to you, Jack, over on YouTube. If you've got anything, just post that over there. I've already plugged your flight simming. He is currently practicing for a flight for tomorrow. So again, check out Captain Jack Flight Sim on YouTube tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. All right, next on the list is Rick in Ontario, VA3RKL. Good evening to you, Rick. What have you got for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Hey, Ernest, if Rick doesn't show up, I am here by radio too. Thank you for that and have a good night. We'll be monitoring KE0VH Wheat Ridge.
All right, Jack, doesn't look like Rick is showing up, but definitely appreciate you checking in tonight. Let's see, did I think I did ask you what your t-shirt, what size t-shirt do you wear, Jack? Go ahead, I should just ask it directly.
Oh, you're very kind, very kind. Normally a large or an extra large probably would be better. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll sport it proudly. KE0VH.
You bet. Yeah, I forgot to wear that tonight. Got a different short sleeve shirt on. I sported the t-shirt last week. And yeah, Jack, yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. All right, Jack, appreciate your comments and appreciate you checking in tonight. Let's see. Next on the list, two on YouTube, KE2FTG and KF0WRW. Mike and Amber, if you guys got anything over there, you can post that over in the chat window, but I definitely appreciate you guys checking in tonight. Next on the list, let's see, Chuck in Florida checked in and out, WB4AIZ. So we'll go down to Steven up in Fort Collins. He checks in on YouTube and hopefully over on the air as well. Steve, good evening to you. KM6VAY, what have you got for us tonight? Go ahead. All right, we are at the bottom of the list. W2JLS, this is KI0AR calling. KI7PKL, this is KI0AR calling.
Well, hey, thanks for doing the net, and hey, looking forward to next Tuesday, and I'll be ready for you on Saturday, that's for sure. Yeah, 7 p.m.
You bet. What's your t-shirt size? Go ahead.
That would be medium, as in a Mike. Yeah, 7 p.m.
All right, you and Ed might have to fight over the long sleeve or the short sleeve one. I only got two two more mediums since I wear a medium myself.
Hey, you can't go wrong there either way, and if you run out of medium, hey, everybody has lots of large, we can do that. Yeah, 7 p.m. Hey, thanks, my friend.
You bet. Yeah, I had a small batch of t-shirts made up with the Colorado Astronomy Net on there, and I wanted to. Since I can't sell anything directly via, I can't do that, so I have to give them away, or at least if anyone is interested, I can pass along the information to the young lady that does print them. If anyone is interested in getting a Colorado Astronomy Net t-shirt, let me know, and we'll get an order into the young lady that does those. I think I can at least do that. I can't sell them, but these I want to give away. So there you go to those of you who have contributed to the net over the years one way or another. All right, this is KI0AR Net Control for the Colorado Astronomy Net. I'll go ahead and open up the net to everybody. Questions, comments, late check-ins before I go ahead and wrap up the net for this evening. Anyone else? Questions, comments, late check-ins, please call KI0AR now.
W2JL to recheck.
Hey, John, go ahead. W2JLS.
Hey, Vernon. Yeah, I was on YouTube, so I was trying to respond. You reaching down and couldn't, so I thought I'd run down to the radio room to just acknowledge things. Thank you for the t-shirt. If you have a 2XL, that's perfect. Otherwise, XL, and I'll look a little buff, right? And that actually either way works. So if you've got either of those, thank you. That's very kind. And thanks for the net. You guys did a great job tonight. You and Ed, the Rocket Man, and all the listeners. Good to hear folks tonight. Anyway, I'll let you carry on, sir.
All right. Oh, yeah. There. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My YouTube screen. I got to squint to see it. I see the 2XL. I only got one of those, and I gave that to my buddy Jim, N0COT/K0AAS for the club sign. I do have a couple of XLs there. So, yeah. Yeah, I look buff when I go to the Hamvention, that's for sure. And I'm a medium. There you go. So I just wanted to get that. I do have a few. I can always put in another order, no problem to my friend, and or just figure that out. We'll figure that out. Maybe I can get an order sheet, and she can do that. We can do that directly through her. We'll see. But yeah. But I do want to give away a few of them for sure. All right. Anybody else? Questions, comments, late check-ins before I go ahead and wrap up the net for this evening? Please call KI0AR now.
KI0IR, this is KFAGGM. Trying again. Trying to get a signal report.
Matthew, you got it fixed. KF8GGM. Yeah, solid. No warbling echoes or nothing. You're solid copy. Go ahead.
Oh man, finally, that's awesome. Well, Bruce, I had a lot to say, forgot a lot of it. I just want to say that, I've been looking at the stars since I was a kid, so that's like a little over 50 years. Now my children are following in my footsteps, and we heard you. I think last week was our first time, and now all my kids are interested, and I am as well. And my big passion now is just the sun, solar astronomy, man. I am just, I'm bit. I love looking at the sun, man, and checking out all the sunspots and the anomalies that are going on with the magnetic flux and everything. But I just want to say thanks for running the net. I'm glad I found you, and you've got a bunch of new listeners. KFA-GGM, back to you.
You bet, Matthew. Appreciate that. Yeah, get out those binoculars, but don't point them at the sun, please. Learn how to project through the binoculars onto a cardboard sheet so you can see the image of the sun. But I want to recommend that you go to QRZ and look up this particular call sign. Write this down, K6SKI. Look up his web page. He does quite a bit of solar photography himself, and has pictures of his setup. Check that out, and definitely he'd be more than happy to share. Let's see. Yep. Yep, check that out. That would be Brian, K6SKI. He's in Fairplay, Colorado, and way out there. Wow, he's got some, he's got some new photos there. But take a look at his solar images that he's taken. I think you will be quite impressed.
Right on, man. Yeah, K6SKI. I will definitely check him out and get a hold of him and see what, and talk to him. Because, this is definitely something I want to do. So, that'd be pretty cool. Back to you.
You bet, Matthew. Yeah, if you don't have a telescope yet and you got binoculars, the nice thing about binoculars is you can toss those into a backpack and go out just about anywhere with those, and If you got ones that can hook up to a tripod, even better. And just scan the skies. Scan the skies. One thing that I've found with scanning the skies with binoculars, especially in the early evening, looking towards the west, you will be amazed, shocked, I'm not sure which, maybe both of those words, and you can count the number of satellites that pass through your field of view. One a minute, maybe a couple of them every minute. When it used to be, you were lucky to see one satellite in a night, but looking through binoculars just above the horizon, soon after sunset, take the kids out and see if they can count the number of satellites they see. Elon Musk and China and who else has put tons of them up there, and they all reflect a little bit of light through binoculars anyway. So take a look at that, and again, welcome to the Colorado Astronomy Net. You and your whole crew out there in Ohio. Do appreciate all the Ohio links as well, so thanks for that. All right, hearing nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the net for this evening. I will be hanging on a little bit afterwards. I would like to thank the 26 check-ins. Hopefully we'll hear from everybody next Tuesday night for another session of the Colorado Astronomy Net. And thanks for all of the people that checked in over on YouTube as well. See a few likes. Hopefully we got some new subscribes. Always get plenty of views over there, so do appreciate that. With that, I will say 73 and keep looking up. This is KI0AR. I'm clear. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot one more thing before I release this. I'd like to thank the Rocky Mountain Radio Link for the use of their systems of repeaters. Also like to thank the Skyhub Link group for the use of their systems and all the ways that you guys can check into the net. Skyhublink.com for more information. With that, now I'll say 73 and keep looking up. This is KI0AR. I'm clear.